Now, there's a massive vote of confidence in the Special Prosecutor, Kisi Ejabeng, whose work has attracted the support of the UK High Commissioner to Ghana. The latest investigations by the OSP revealed the approval of illegal tax waivers to local frozen foods company La Bianca by the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Though La Bianca has refunded to the state in excess of 1 million Ghana cedis, both the company and the Customs Division have rejected any wrongdoing.
Since 3 days ago, what has been happening? A report purporting or coming from the Office of the Special Prosecutor trying to indict the Deputy Commissioner of Operations and myself. And anybody who has read that report very well will know the basis of that. And luckily for me, God is always on my side. Before that report came, that person had made a statement to some people who had come to them. He was going to publish something that will discredit me, and he will do that. And I even sent people to go and tell him that he's a small boy. I'm older than him. I have lived a meaningful life. If he attempts to destroy me, it won't be easy for him. People have tried it. I have survived. And this one too, I'll survive. All that happened. One of the reasons was because of Mr. Akurugu. He wanted Mr. Akurugu to be seconded to his office, and I said no. Mr. Akurugu is a customs officer, primarily employed to do customs work. And he is to partner Mr. Akutofachin in that office, African Continental Free Trade Area. He deals with tariffs and valuation. And therefore, I cannot second him to the office of the Special Prosecutor.
But in what appears to be a real vote of confidence in the work by the OSP, the UK's High Commissioner to Ghana, Harriet Thompson, said Mr. Kisi Ejabeng must continue to discharge his mandate of fighting corruption, regardless of who is involved. In a flowing excerpt of the yet-to-be-aired interview on The Probe with MFA Apeu, Harriet Thompson was first asked about her assessment of press freedom in Ghana.
So Ghana has a really proud tradition, as I've mentioned before, out of that freedom of expression, people being able to talk about the things that bother them, being able to raise the issues that are of concern to people and explore those fully. In talking with some representatives of the media, I have heard some concerns about that freedom just tightening a bit and people feeling worried about speaking out, worried about raising the issues that they think people need to know about. I know from my conversations with government, on the other hand, that they're really committed to protecting that media freedom that's such an important part of Ghana's democracy. So it's a complicated picture. Again, that Ghana is no different in that respect, but I do feel that maintaining that space to speak openly, speak freely is a really important part of democracy's growing in strength and stability.
And from where you stand, do you think that people are able to express themselves freely in this country?
I think on the whole they are. I think on the whole they are. I know that there are some instances where people have felt that they've been they've come under pressure for trying to do that. And I think it's really important that those instances are properly understood so that they can be avoided in the future. But I do believe that that commitment to freedom of the media is strong amongst Ghana's population and in the government.
But there are some who would say that even you, for instance, you expressed yourself freely and you came under attack. There are those who also express themselves, and the use of fake news laws are used on them, amongst others. You don't think that's a cause for concern?
It is a cause for concern, and that's why I say I think that every time there are reports of this happening, they've got to be investigated properly. We've got to get to the bottom of it and really understand what's happening. And I applaud those journalists here in Ghana specifically, but more widely as well, who really take risks in order to keep on pushing to get the public the information that it needs, that it deserves.
Our dip in press freedom ranking, is it a cause for concern for you from where you sit?
I think it's a real shame for Ghana, yeah, I do. And that's why I think that government's commitment to media freedom, as I say in the conversations that I've had with those representatives, is important to hold on to that. And Ghana's journalists continuing to do the great job that they do in investigating investigating and in putting the words out, I think is important and will help see Ghana go back up those ratings.
You foresee that we're going back up the ratings?
I hope it will happen, right? But it's not going to happen on its own. It will need concerted effort. So some decisions about taking a stance when we hear about those instances of things happening not as they should.
Our handling of corruption issues and its related matters as a country. What's your own assessment of the situation?
So I was surprised arriving in Ghana about the strength of feeling around corruption, and certainly the perceptions are that corruption is getting worse in Ghana. And that's a real worry, I think, for Ghana. So again, like media freedom, government really needs to understand where those concerns are coming from and really needs to get under the skin, investigate properly, hold people to account to that. It was great to see, for example, the Office for the Special Prosecutor recently, I think, seizing the profits, seizing the assets of a well-known company. That's a great example of those institutions being able to do their jobs. You're talking about the LaBianca issue? Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're happy about the handling so far of that particular issue?
So I'm happy that the Office of the Special Prosecutor was able to seize those assets, and I think that for those institutions like the Office of the Special Prosecutor, like Yoko, like NACO, all of those organisations need to be independent. They need to be able to do their jobs without fear or favour, and government needs to support them in following those investigations through to hold people to account.
On that particular issue, you're concerned about the interagency row that this particular LaBianca issue has created?
So working across agencies is always difficult. I've done it myself in the UK. Bringing law enforcement agencies together is hard. It is hard, but it's got to happen. It's absolutely essential. I'm sure those agencies are working behind the scenes with government to improve that collaboration, because it's only by working together that we'll really crack these intractable problems.